All right. Hey, everyone. My name is Jay Angel. Welcome to What's Up with Gaming. And this is going to be my first podcast in a long while. I've had some experience prior. Other people that have been on this podcast that I've named before is Jay Silver. Jay Silver, say hi.
What's going on?
Doing okay. You have anything to plug? Anyone who wants to visit a channel or something?
Nothing in particular. Just visit my channel, youtube.com/jsilver1letter if you're interested. It's probably ain't going to last there for too long because I'm going to do something different, but I'll announce that way later.
Oh, that's a huge announcement. Anyway, and then we got someone who would like to be spoken as. What's your name?
Hello, everybody. My name is Illmatic. I'm fairly new at this podcast thing as well. So hopefully in the future I'll have more updates and gaming for you guys to view. So hope you guys enjoy myself and yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, like I do have experience technically on paper, but it's been so long that I'm pretty rusty. So, but what we're here for is it's the exciting season. It's the time of E3. We're only a couple weeks away. Oh my God, indeed. It's only a couple weeks away. And we're going to be here to kind of dissect every conference. Admittedly, we're going to be more in detail with the big three, Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. But we'll talk a little bit about EA, Bethesda, and Ubisoft. But just not as much time as the big three. So let's just kick it right off. EA wants to be special, and they want to have their E3 on Saturday before E3 week, so they can have a whole day to themselves. I'm sure they'll have Snoop Dogg playing some game. They'll have some celebrities there for no reason. But they're going to have their press conference. They're going to have their press conference. And history has seen that their conferences are really bad. They're not paced well. They generally don't announce anything important. And when they do announce something important, like the Star Wars, like their big AAA Star Wars game, they show a bunch of people working at a desk, and they don't show the game. So it's really dumb.
That is a fact.
Yeah, so their trailers are terrible. The way they generate hype for their conferences is pretty bad. But we can't deny how much success they have. They release a lot of huge games every year, especially around the holiday season. So they generate a ton of revenue. So what do you guys, before we get into really dissect it, Jay Silver, what do you expect from EA positively before we get into the negatives? Is there anything positive you can take from this?
Like I said, I'm expecting Battlefront 2. And that wasn't even the original wasn't even that great, so I can't even say that's even a huge positive.
I mean, it's going to be a big deal though because of the movie coming out. So
what else? You can expect the sports titles like Madden, FIFA, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which they always
maybe
sell.
I don't think. Well, Battlefield is an annual franchise, right? You get a Battlefield every year. No, every couple of years. You get
every 2 years, I'd say.
Right. So yeah, we're not.
I mean,
Battlefield there.
The thing about Battlefield is part 2. I believe that they're learning from what the fan feedback says, because I know they had a lot of hate with the lack of the worlds, the lack of characters, the lack of content. So I believe that Battlefield 2 hopefully is going to be a huge step in an upgrade from Battlefield 1. So we'll see how it goes.
Really? I got some people who love Battlefield 1, so it's great. Well,
no, don't get me wrong. It has a fan base. But remember when that game first dropped, before it was dropped, when they were talking about they were cutting off a whole bunch of story content. There were a lot of levels that they were saving for DLC and all that, and the cash shops and all that bullshit. So there was a lot of gripe for that. So hopefully they change their mechanics.
Well, I hear that the new Battlefront will have a single player mode, which some people did want because of the Star Wars movies and stuff. They want some type of campaign, so maybe that'll help out. But so the only positive I can see is I hope maybe like a new IP. Show us that one Star Wars game that they've been trying to hype since last year, because one of the heads of Naughty Dog left to make that game, to work for EA to make that game. So it's a big deal. And that's about it. Maybe like a new IP, something out of nowhere. But other than that, I feel like it's going to be kind of like run-of-the-mill, Madden, FIFA, all that good stuff. That's pretty much all I can really talk about EA, honestly. EA is generally not very good every year. Yeah. It's really hard to talk about EA and be excited. So would you like for me to move on?
Yeah, it's pretty much cut and dry with them.
All right. So then we move on to the next day on Sunday. And then we got Bethesda, which will be going on at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. Bethesda, despite what that sound you just heard, Bethesda's been doing really well at press conferences since they started 2 years ago. They randomly started doing one, I believe, and they did a really good press conference, and it really worked for them. Fallout 4 ended up being one of the best-selling games they ever made because of that press conference. They announced Fallout 4, and then it came out a couple months later. Then a year after that, they showed games like Prey and Quake Champions and stuff like that. So last year, they had a pretty good press conference. So, Illmatic, what do you expect from Bethesda this year? What do you think is the reason why they have a press conference this year?
Maybe Fallout 5. Or
Nah, that's not gonna happen. Fallout 4 is like,
I fucking hate Bethesda. But to me, like the only thing that they have, because Prey actually didn't do so well. And I know people that bought Prey and they were like, it's a fucking piece of shit. It's what did they say? They compared it to like, what the fuck was it? I don't know, some other game. But either way, the game was beaten in like an hour, or there was speed runs of like 2 hours and shit. So, and there was like a glitch that's game breaking, and but that's Bethesda, and that's why I hate them, because their glitches suck and their fucking programming is a piece of shit, and I just don't like them. So as far as their press conference, honestly, I don't even be hype, or I'm not excited or anticipating anything from them because I really don't like them.
Okay, Jay Silver, what do you expect from Bethesda? Is there anything you care about, or you just give no fucks like Illmatic here?
They don't particularly make any franchises that ring any bells personally for me, but I expect Elder Scrolls 6 to come from Bethesda. I know that's a big franchise that people like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not excited for it, but I know it has a fan base and a huge following, so I expect Elder Scrolls 6 because we haven't seen Elder Scrolls in a while now. So besides, what was the last one? Elder Scrolls Online. So
yeah.
Well, yeah, but about Elder Scrolls Online, they're bringing in Morrowind soon as an expansion, so I know their online thing is going.
Right.
But other than that, I'm probably gonna hear news about Elder Scrolls Online. Other than that, I don't think.
All right, so
we just ruled out a Fallout 5. That's not gonna.
So I'll tell you like what might be expected. What's expected to be announced is games like Wolfenstein. Wolfenstein has been kind of like on the up and up now ever since they kind of like redid the franchise. People have been excited for it, so a new Wolfenstein is probably going to happen. People expected it last year; it didn't happen. One of my personal favorite games of this gen is Evil Within, and I'm hoping for the sequel this year, or at least be announced. So Evil Within 2. Yep. What?
Were there any like hints of that coming out? A second release of that game? I never beaten it, so I don't know how it ended or whatever. But
the way I'm trying not to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't played it, but Evil Within did have some type of ending where you would kind of expect a sequel from it. And last year, while there was no like rumors about it, they did show the developer like waving, like they had like a screen where they had all the developers, and the developer for Evil Within was there. So they're still there. They still work for the company. They're obviously working on something. So if it isn't Evil Within 2, it's some other game. I'm just expecting Evil Within 2. So expect a game from that developer. Expect a probably new Wolfenstein. Elder Scrolls 6 would be a big deal, but I feel like they care about their online Elder Scrolls as of right now. I feel like it's more of a priority for them to go that route than to get it like, because if they announce a new Elder Scrolls, it might like shadow the MMO. So it's possible. So I don't think they want to do that right now. So I'm not sure if you'll see Elder Scrolls 6. It's definitely a possibility. And that's all I can think of off the top of my head. They could announce a new IP. Who knows? The team who just did Prey and Dishonored, they're done. Like they were making Dishonored 2, and they were making Prey, and now both games are out. So that developer, who knows what they're making? They can announce something. So like Bethesda's in a good position. They're in a good position because they're a private company, so they don't really like. They don't just do things like investors want them to do. They can do things there on their own whenever the hell they want to. So I think it's pretty cool. You will not see Fallout at all, like zero. That's even possibly the Fallout outfits, but you're not going to see like a new Fallout game at all. Like not even going to see DLC. So
yo, if that does happen, I'm just gonna fucking laugh continuously.
Lucky for you, at the end of the podcast, we can have a bet, and you can bet the Fallout will be there, and then I'll be proven wrong. But until then, we can move on.
I hope that's true.
All right. So then we're gonna go on to the other press conference that we're not gonna try not to take too much time on. It's the Ubisoft press conference on Monday at I believe 4 p.m. Eastern. And they have a bunch of games lined up. We're expected a new Assassin's Creed. We're expected The Crew 2. We're expected Far Cry 5. We're expected that South Park game that was supposed to come out this year and got delayed.
I'm excited for that.
Those are just the games like that are just expected. They generally, Ubisoft has been pretty good at making new IPs this gen too. So you might see a new IP.
You mean like For Honor and Division?
Yeah, For Honor, The Division, Watch Dogs.
Word.
The Division. How was the Division a flop? I mean, it sold really well. So
no, that game was
so did Star Wars Battlefront, right? It sold how many copies?
Yeah.
So
it sold millions of copies.
Does that make it a good game though?
I never said a flop is. We're talking about commercial flop.
Oh, you're just talking about just strictly sales, so you only
yeah. So I mean, they don't give a shit if the game
because
sucks.
the game wasn't received that well, but it sold a lot.
Yeah. So if the game sold well, you really can't consider it a flop. I mean, it did what it did.
Nah, because they lost a lot of their install base, though.
Go away.
It doesn't matter. They got the money. I mean, if 5 million people buy your
it's consistency,
game,
though. Yeah, but that's only one shot. That's 5 million in one shot. They have to stay consistent.
I agree.
You know, people playing this game. You know.
I agree as far as franchise long-term value. I agree with that. But at the end of the day, they released Division, which is a new IP, and it was like one of the best-selling new IPs of the whole generation. So I mean, I can't look at that and say it's a flop, despite what I might think about the game. That's what I'm saying.
Right. When it comes to monetary, no, it's not a flop. As far as game and blockbuster value, yeah, they flopped there. The game was very lackluster.
Critically, I agree. It's not as good as it should have been, definitely. But at the end of the day, Ubisoft, for whatever reason, they release games and people buy them. Like Ghost Recon, I actually did not know Ghost Recon.
I love that game.
Well, what I'm saying is, when I looked at the new Ghost Recon Wildlands, I didn't expect it to sell that well, and it did. It sold really well for what I expected for Ghost Recon. So, I mean, they definitely know how to make they know how to get people to care about the products, despite if it's good or not.
Right.
So
that's true.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Division had potential, and so did For Honor. I actually bought them both, so after playing them, I kind of came to other conclusions, but it still had a lot of potential.
See, Division was great. It was once that raid came and there was a way to glitch the raid, and Division, Ubisoft didn't know what to do. It kind of like killed it for everybody. You can literally go outside the map and shoot the boss without being touched and get all this gear that you wanted. And Ubisoft had no fix for that. Every time they made a fix, there was somebody else. There would be a glitch that they passed over, a bug that they didn't see. So it happened 2 expansions in a row that it was crazy that they had to completely overhaul the system, you know?
Yeah, that's a huge turnoff. Plus, for me, even earlier before the raid, like with me personally, with my experience, it was just an easy way to cheat the game where everything was just mostly bullet spongy, and then kind of once you figure out a system of how to go about it, it wasn't really much a challenge, you know? It wasn't like really much brain power for you to figure out. Just spam, what do you call those little healing fields? I forgot you specifically.
Yeah, I forgot. Man.
Right, you just put 4 people with those. It'll take you time, but then you can essentially beat the hardest, challenge doing that. So that was kind of a turn off for me.
All right, so I think overall, it seems like we cared a little bit more about Ubisoft than the other two. Am I wrong?
No, because I feel like Ubisoft had better. It's worth the conversation, but because of the franchises. So So all right, and Ubisoft just recently announced that they were going to be there on Monday because they didn't have a date before. Now they do. All right, so now we got those 3 out of the way. Now let's talk about the big 3. Let's start with Xbox because they go up first. They decided to retreat to Sunday. They usually went head-to-head with PlayStation on Mondays. But they decide they made the wise choice because now they just have to deal with Bethesda, which isn't really a competitor to them. Like they make video games, not a big deal. Yeah.
So now we have Xbox on Sunday, PlayStation on Monday, and Nintendo on Tuesday. Now they have their own separate days to really, give them the news and get the hype that they want. Because, it's hard to... Yeah, it does make sense because they always went on before PlayStation, and then even if they made it something like a big announcement, it would get overshadowed by a good conference. So now they won't get overshadowed at least for a day. At least they'll have a whole day of like. No, I'm not even trying to be mean. I'm just saying they have. No one knows about Codebreaker in this canon lore. So anyways, God damn. He doesn't exist. He doesn't exist unless he shows up.
Shout out to Codebreaker.
The mysterious Codebreaker. So on Sunday, now they have all the media at the palm of their hands. Whatever they announce, people will eat it up, and there's nothing else to really look forward to other than Bethesda, which will just announce more games for Xbox anyways. So it doesn't really matter. So it's good for them. Now they'll have a whole day of good press or bad press. That's obviously on them. But people will be talking about them for a whole day before PlayStation gets on, and then PlayStation gets their day of media, and then Nintendo does. So I think it's a good setup. I think it's a wise move to go on Sunday. So Gene Silver, what do you expect from the Xbox press conference this year?
Of course, we expect Scorpio to be fully unveiled, hopefully priced as well. So I'm hoping, but probably
you're saying we're gonna see it and get a price.
Right, we're gonna physically see what it physically looks like instead of like all these made up renders and predictions. We're gonna hopefully get to physically see it, and I'm hoping we get a price tag with it too. Like I said, if we're lucky, maybe $5, but I'm gearing towards more $600 because of the specs.
So I will say every time Phil Spencer gets interviewed about the Scorpio's price, he keeps reiterating that it's a premium console. Like that's how they're selling it. They're selling it as a high-end system. They're not trying to sell it to me as what PlayStation's trying to do, like more of a budget thing. Like they're trying to like appeal to as many consumers as possible. It seems like with Scorpio, they're really trying to attract that high-end consumer who just wants the best. So I, based on that logic and based on interviews, I don't know if it's going to reach the PS4 price range. The way he's describing it anyway. He just keeps saying how it's a premium console, premium, whatever. So Illmatic. Yeah. So Illmatic, what do you expect other than the Scorpio, which is pretty obvious? Is there anything else you personally expect to be at this conference, or they need to?
Do I expect, other than the Scorpio? No, I would like for them to actually give me an actual IP because Scalebound failed so bad. So I think they would have to like put a Band-Aid on that and reassess and be like, hey, even though we Scalebound didn't make it, we have this now, or we have. I just want something new from Xbox, not something that's been rehashed, because this is, again, the Scorpio is the third system in like what, 3 years, and it's basically the same kind of system, you know. So it's I just need something new. As far as a gamer, I want a game. I want a reason to buy an Xbox. I need that game. I need that system selling game, and that's what I really hope is going to happen.
So I wrote a list, right? I wrote a list for Xbox to kind of like gauge what you guys' interest is. So here we go. Here are some notable announcements that were announced previously that I expect to see at the conference because they already announced it, and they haven't. A lot of these games haven't released yet. Obviously, Project Scorpio, which Jay Silver already touched on. So I'll give you another game, Sea of Thieves. Jay Silver, do you expect to see Sea of Thieves at this conference, and do you expect it to come out this year?
I hope it comes out this year. It definitely should, and I definitely expect to see at this conference. If it doesn't show up at the conference, Microsoft is already fucking up. So that's probably that's probably like going to be like a must for them. Because I'm personally curious and interested, and it could be a purchasing decision for me to buy.
I was gonna ask you, do you have a Xbox One?
I don't. That's what I'm saying. I'm interested in the Scorpio.
Would you?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in the Scorpio. So, if I see let's say Sea of Thieves could be a game that make me buy an Xbox. You know me, I'm a high-end user anyway. So if I'm gonna buy an Xbox, I will defaultly buy the Scorpio. You get what I mean? Because I don't have an Xbox now anyway.
So, yeah,
and that makes sense in your case.
Right, Crackdown 3 is not doing it for me. Sorry.
So Illmatic, are you excited for Sea of Thieves? Are you at least interested?
I think it's a cool concept.
Okay.
But would it be a day one purchase for me? I don't know. I would honestly have to see more.
Yeah.
So hopefully during E3 they give me something that I'd be like, all right, I'll get it. I need to see multiplayer, single player. I need to see consistency, and graphics don't do it for me. I don't care about the high end specs on the Scorpio. I just want play. I want fun factor. I want a reason to buy this goddamn game. Other than just a fucking random hype.
All right, so then we got the next game I expect to see there is a game that they announced years ago. We got Crackdown 3, and I personally never was interested in Crackdown, still not. But Crackdown 3 was a notable exclusive that they announced years ago, and the highlight for this game was how it utilized the power of the cloud on Xbox One to generate such destruction that could not be done anywhere else. Do you think that's bullshit at this point, or do you think it's that same reason why it's taking so long to come out? What do you think, Illmatic? Do you think there's a problem with development with this game?
Yeah, definitely. If they're trying to use some new tech and trying to pull from the cloud to make the fully destructible environments, then I can see the issues there. If they do succeed at that, then yes, Crackdown 3 can be a contender for a purchase, because that's never been done before. So you figure the way you destroy a building might be different from the way I destroy a building, or the actual building that you destroy might be different from the building that I destroy, but they're in the same location. So there's a lot of new ideas there. So I can see how that can be put in development hell to get it working right. But like I said, if they succeed at that, then that's a pretty great fucking idea.
Okay, Jay Silver, do you care about Crackdown 3?
Honestly, don't. And I think the power of the cloud. I think because of the cloud is one of the reasons why this game is just like, you don't really hear much about it. Most people forget about it. It kind of fades in the background a lot, and I think it's because of the cloud. Like, this game's being developed with the cloud in mind, and I think that's causing a lot of issues. So what I mean by that, right? So say for example, when you buy a game today, or you download a digital or physical disc, all the game's data is on that disc or digitally on your hard drive. But what was promised about the cloud. Like, I guess in some of the game's data will be in the cloud, so it'll be downloading, and some of it will be on the hard drive to make the environments 100% destructible. That's what Microsoft was promising prior, and I think they're having like some development problems with that. You know what I'm saying? Because it just doesn't sound personally, it doesn't sound like a good idea to have some of the data stored in the cloud and some of the data stored on the console. If I'm predicting that's what it's going to be like when they were mentioning it.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, it wouldn't even surprise me if they don't even use the cloud anymore. Like they just make a game that does not utilize it.
Scrap it.
Just scrap it.
Yeah, they just scrap that one
way
feature.
Too long.
Yeah, because I played a game called Red Faction last generation that kind of did what Crackdown's trying to do. Granted, Crackdown seems like it was doing it better, but at the end of the day, Red Faction was still able to do it without the clouds. I mean, if they could do at least that. I mean,
also the franchise is just not good to me anyway. Like I'm not really. I never liked 1 or 2. So
yeah,
I liked 1. Part 2 was trashed.
Okay, all right. So then the rest are just small games. Phantom Dust actually just came out. It was free for Xbox One for people who waited. So the remaster Phantom Dust is out right now. If you own an Xbox, enjoy it. So we don't have to talk about that because that won't be at E3 anymore. So State of Decay 2 and Cuphead are the only 2 left.
And 47.
That's technically hasn't been announced yet.
Well, it should be there. We're predicting.
Well, there you go. That's what we expect to see.
No. Wait, hold on. That's a separate thing. We're talking about announcements so far. Focusing on the games that we know are technically coming, that they've announced. The State of Decay 2.
That wasn't there,
That's not an exclusive Xbox game. But anyways, State of Decay 2 and Cuphead. You guys care at all about either of these games?
Not at all. Not at all.
Cuphead looks interesting.
It does.
It's like Mega Man.
State of Decay looks kind of sort of interesting, but it's not enough to make me want to buy the system.
Okay. All right, so now let's move on to rumors or expected that I listed here. That's how I wrote it out. Here are things that either I expect it to be there or just, the general public expects it. So we already expect a Scorpio price. That seems pretty obvious that they announced Scorpio last year so they can give us more details this year. That would just only make sense to me. So Scorpio price will most likely be there. Some release dates would be nice for the games that I just mentioned that they've announced years ago. I actually expected Halo 6 to be at this conference, but apparently, according to 343 recently, they said it will not be there, or if it will be a very small tease. So if that's the way it's sounding, it doesn't seem like Halo 6 will be coming out this year. What do you guys feel about that? Do you think Halo 6 has to be there this year? Jay Silver, I'll start with you.
Probably not, because I don't think Halo 5 did too well, so it's proven that Microsoft's customer base are not giving no fucks about Halo like they used to.
It's still sold well, though.
How many numbers did it sell?
Off the top of my head, I'm just going to ballpark
5 or 6.
5 or 6 million.
You have like 29
really
million
good.
Xbox
if I made
sold.
a video game and it sold 5 million, you know how ecstatic I would be?
Yeah, but 29 million Xboxes sold, that's
good. Dude.
That's bad. That's not good. That's bad.
All right, that's for another podcast. We'll do a video game sales podcast because apparently my colleagues here don't know what good sales are. But in any case, Halo sold well.
5 out of 29 million?
Yeah. All right, I'll put this in perspective. Illmatic, did Final Fantasy 15 sell well?
Say that again?
Did Final Fantasy 15 sell well to you?
Yes, it did. Hell yeah, it did.
Okay. So
the greatest selling fucking game in the franchise.
All right. So Final Fantasy 15, last I checked, sold around 6 million units on 2 systems. So that's a combined, 80 million install base. So how does that sell well, but the one game that's exclusive to the one platform that sold 5 million, not good? That makes no sense.
Because Halo is a system seller, and look at its previous success.
Exactly.
It started
that one game should have sold a lot more than 5 million if it's exclusively on one system.
That's a system-selling game too. Like you would buy an Xbox to play Halo. You get what I'm saying? So you would expect to do more units based on.
You realize it was even bundled. It was even bundled with the Xbox.
You realize the best-selling Halo was Halo 3, and that sold over 10 million units on an 80 million install base. So by your logic, it doesn't matter. It's still only 10 million out of 80 million install base. That's not how you look at things.
Yeah, but
there's no way. There's almost impossible to get the majority of the install base, unless you're
how was that almost impossible?
No, I'm not.
How was that almost impossible for an exclusive game? How was that almost impossible?
I'm not expecting it to sell. I agree with you. I'm not expecting it to sell the majority, but I was expecting Halo 5 to do a lot better than 5.
I agree. I'm
so
not
it's still a
denying
disappointment. You know what I'm saying? It shows like a declining interest. Like to me, Halo is not looking like a system sell like it used to. You get what I mean? Like I don't think people nowadays.
I don't disagree with that. What I'm saying is you guys are making it seem like 5-6 million is trash.
No, I'm not. It's not a bad number. No, I'm not.
People would kill for that.
But
I mean,
I think you're misunderstanding me. That's not a bad number by any means. I'm just saying for that franchise, that's very disappointing. For that
that's
franchise,
a bad number. Yeah.
Like Call of Duty, you expect about average 20 mil, but if it starts selling 10 mil and 6 mil, that's bad for the franchise because it's on average. It sells 20
y'all also estimating. I have not been up to date on Halo 5 sales numbers, so it probably is higher than 5 or 6 that we all know of.
I'll double check while we.
All right, you can double check. Anyways, Illmatic, we'll do a sales podcast some other day.
Yeah, sounds good.
So I'm sorry, Illmatic. So do you think Halo 6 needs to be there, or do you think they don't need it as much?
I think they can wait.
Okay.
Honestly, I think they have for this podcast for this E3. I think they're really focusing more on the actual system, more people like the Scorpio than actual games. So Halo 6.
But you need games to attract.
I feel you. I completely agree with you. But I'm just afraid that it might be too much on their plate, especially if Halo 6 does come out for Xbox One, Xbox One S, and the Scorpio. I think it'll kind of take away from the Scorpio. You get what I'm saying?
All right.
So yeah, I think
all right. So let's move on. What else do I expect? All right. Here's one I think you guys agree with me on. I expect a new IP. I don't care what it is. I don't care who's making it. I expect a new franchise I've never heard of before, of a genre. I don't even care what the genre is. Just make it good. Make it a developer either you own or you're paying someone to do it, like a Platinum, and try not to fire them this time. And so I just need just one new IP. That's all I'm asking. But I feel like mathematically the chances of it happening is so small because I kind of know who they have and they're all working on the same crap. So I feel like it's so unlikely to see a new IP. But Illmatic, do you expect a new IP to be there at the Xbox conference?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
okay.
I will always expect a new IP. You know,
all right,
especially at E3.
J Silver, do you expect it? Do you expect a new IP?
I don't.
No. Okay.
Oh yeah, Halo 5 is 4.7 mil according to VG charts.
Okay, that's fine. Well, that's a decent estimate. VG charts tracks generally retail.
Yeah, I know.
So that doesn't include digital.
It's not an exact estimate. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's close enough. Whatever, ballpark. So all right. So other than Halo 6 and a new IP, I feel like there's nothing else to really look forward to. I feel like this whole conference is riding on the Scorpio.
Yeah.
And it really shows how much we probably wouldn't care about this conference if the Scorpio never was announced in the first place. So by that logic, it was actually a good idea for them to announce the Scorpio last year. I thought it was a bad idea because I thought it like overshadowed the Xbox One S. But now we come into this year, and now people want to know what the Scorpio looks like. Now they want to know the price. They want to know really how powerful it really is. I better see games running on Scorpio at this conference. Like they better all say running on Scorpio or whatever they're gonna call it. I mean, because here's the thing,
like the original Xbox.
Here's the thing. I like the Scorpio name, and it's unfortunate they're probably not going to keep it. Like, so they're probably going to call it something different, Xbox something. Yeah. What else? So
Xbox Premium and some shit.
So, Illmatic, is there anything else that you are looking forward to or expecting out of this conference that we haven't spoke about?
No, not really.
Okay. So now you guys mentioned Forza Motorsport. That is most likely going to be there. That's just like a given.
Yeah.
Every year.
And yeah.
It's nothing really to talk about. It's a good franchise, but I mean, I'm just not that interested in.
Honestly, call me weird. I don't know why this just bumped this in my head. Remember a couple E3s ago, it was NBA 2K. I don't remember one of the 2Ks, and they brought out one of the basketball players, and it was showing off the dribble mechanics and all that stuff, right? Mm-hmm. So do you think that they'll do that again, but with the Scorpio, like as far as sports games goes? So this is just a high-end system. Do you think that they'll show off
the problem
any capability?
Okay, so maybe not. They probably won't show it with basketball, but I mean, if they are going to show it, what game can they really show it with? Because at all their first part, I guess Forza Motorsport is probably the best game they could show it off with because that's one of their better-looking games. But I can see them showing Forza Motorsport 7 and making it gorgeous looking. Like, here's this 4K. Driving simulator.
4K, native 60 frames, something like that.
Yeah, Gears of War 4 just came out last year, so I just don't expect Gears of War at all this conference. So we're really looking at only Forza and maybe like a tease of Halo 6. And since we're just talking about a tease, I don't think we're going to show Halo 6 running on Scorpio either. Yeah. So other than Forza, I really can't see them, showing anything that's that impressive unless they get a big publisher like an Ubisoft, EA on board. But it's really hard for them to get on board with something like that because they have no install base. So I don't see much of an incentive unless they get paid. Yeah, unless they get paid by Microsoft. I just don't see an incentive for Ubisoft to go out of their way to make a Scorpio version of a game. So that's just how I look at it. But all right, so are we done with Xbox? Or do you guys want to move on to the next? Yeah. Jay Silver?
Okay. Everything else, are we missing something? I feel like we're forgetting something.
We might. I actually feel that way too, but I feel like we covered.
What about augmented reality? Wasn't they doing a headset that they showed?
The VR thing.
It's called the HoloLens. It's not VR.
There you go.
It's not VR. It's augmented reality.
Yeah, augmented reality.
Yeah. It's not. Don't expect that. It's done. It's not.
You don't think that they'll show a peripheral for the Xbox One or the Scorpio about fucking augmented reality or virtual reality or something? You don't think that's gonna happen at all?
The problem with augmented reality is that they're still working on it. Last I checked, it's still very expensive, like $3,000 for a dev kit, and they announced it 2 years ago, and it's been MIA ever since. So I just don't see how it's going to just resurface.
Well, that's how it was for Sony too. When Sony came out with the before it was PlayStation Now, it was something started with a G. Remember that? And then it was unheard of for the next 2 years.
Yeah, but that's because they were working on it. And but that's a service though. It's not a hardware. It's not, it's not like at the end of the day, PS Now can be anywhere. It could be on your PC. It could be on the PlayStation. It's just showing that this is what your PlayStation can do in the future. Augmented reality is something that seems more on the PC tech side, and it just. It's obviously it's always a possibility because they're paying for that, but it just doesn't seem like something that's a priority to them because they would have probably said something last year. Is what I'm saying.
I feel like the Scorpio's built for shit like that. That they just can't to me it doesn't make sense to just build a beefy console and then not just to play games. You get what I'm saying?
No one owns augmented reality, right? This is how I'm looking at it.
What about AR?
No. That's what I'm talking about. That's what Microsoft was promoting 2 years ago. As far as VR is concerned, they've only really said that Scorpio will be VR capable, but Microsoft themselves are not making a headset. You're gonna have to use another person's
third
headset.
Party, like Oculus Rift.
Yeah, like a third party.
Connect to it.
As far as I know,
make it feel safe.
As far as I know, Oculus and HTC will not work unless they announce it. So we're looking at like other third parties, like cheaper headsets that will be announced or already have been announced. It's just not as exciting. It's not something as tangible as a.
I don't think VR is a big thing anyway because as far as VR goes, like I don't really hear any noise with the PlayStation VR itself.
Yeah,
but we'll say that for later. I'm getting a little too far.
Yeah, we're getting off base. All right. So let's officially move on. I'm officially going to flex my host muscles, and I'm going to move on to Monday, where we have the PlayStation conference, or some people call it pretty much the Dream Conference, because at this conference. There are like no rules. Like anything that is at conference. Like this is like anything can possibly happen at this conference.
Yo, I love it. I love Sony's conference.
Something so obscure could just happen and be like, okay, sure, Parappa the Rapper's back.
You got it.
Okay,
you got it.
Patapon. Who cares about Patapon? 4 people. Well, here you go, friends. Patapon is on your PS4. That's what this conference is. It's such a gaming friendly conference, and that's why it's so appealing to so many people because like anything can happen. And so speaking about anything that can happen, I have notable game announcements, and it's a lot. It's a lot of notable game announcements. So these are games that have been announced at a PlayStation conference in some way. Oh yeah. So we're not touching on expected or rumors yet. We're talking about just games that we know that are coming out eventually.
Okay.
So let's talk about the top of the list here. Top of the list is obviously the Final Fantasy VII remake. This essentially jump-started the list. top of my
top of everybody's goddamn list.
All right, the remake of 7. So let me give you a little thing here. It was announced in 2015. It's pretty much what sparked this whole Dream Conference thing, and it was just crazy. Like, what the hell just happened? Like, what are we watching? It was MIA last year after showed at the E3 2015 at PSX 2015. It was MIA last year because they were just working on it. That's fine. It could sleep. It's fine. It could rest.
Oh my god, passion here.
This again, no one gets that joke. Anyways, this year, Tetsuya Nomura wanted to show a trailer at a recent event, but they told him no. The powers that be told him no.
Fucking haters, yo, haters.
And I can only assume why, because they're most likely saving that trailer for E3. That's my guess. So I personally, the host, expect the remake of 7 to be there at least in some way, shape, or form. Illmatic, what do you think? Illmatic, do you expect the remake of 7 to be there in some way?
Yeah, I do. Okay. Especially with 7 has to be there. It's not even just it has to be there for one, because that thing has generated so much hype. You're talking about old gamers, new gamers, fucking people who've never played a Final Fantasy. This game is godsend to the world of gamers.
So I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
I definitely expect that to be
the only negative thing I can see from the remake of 7, right, is that it's only part 1 of the remake of 7. Do you think that will,
That's fine.
do you think that will de-hype people, or do you think people won't care? And
no, hell no. People ain't gonna give a shit. Are you kidding me?
When people like what they like, you can fuck them in the ass without any lube, and they will take it. Like, it doesn't matter.
Word.
Okay.
Word.
Well, then look at Street Fighter 5. Remember no story mode? That fucked over a lot of people too. So you gotta keep that in mind.
But at the same time,
compare Street Fighter 5.
I'm not comparing the franchise, but I'm just saying, like, the fuckery obviously harmed it in sales because it didn't really do well. And
Square Enix known to fucking their fans, though. Square Enix doesn't fuck their fans. You know what I'm saying? Capcom does. They're notorious for that shit.
2.85, 2.8.7. And we still don't have Kingdom
And
Hearts
that's fucking over, or is that generating sales and hype? That's sales and hype there, buddy. They're making it.
What did Kingdom Hearts 2 come out? 2006? We're in 2017. Like, I'm getting fucked over here.
They're giving you no, you're not, because they're giving you full-fledged games. It's not like they're giving you an hour or two of a game and naming it 2.8.
I played these games.
2.8 is a full. You've never played 2.8 because it's a whole new story. So that's what I'm saying.
Like 3 hours.
I'm talking about 1.5 remix, right? 2.5
okay.
remix, right? Then they were separate games. They combined them and then made 2.85. I'm not interested.
Right.
I want the full-fledged sequel.
Okay, guys, as much as I see the passion here, let's dial it back to just the remake.
All right.
So Chase Over. Do you expect the remake of 7 to be there?
Yeah, it didn't show up in the PlayStation Experience in December, and then I believe we didn't have it in the last E3 either, right? So yeah, I expect it to be here. Yeah, I definitely.
Okay. Was it at TGS?
No, it wasn't.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the last time we saw any trailer of the remake of 7 was PSX 2015.
Right.
So that was
that's when they showed the gameplay, right?
Yeah, that was when they showed the gameplay trailer. Yeah.
So 2 years later, I expect it to be here too.
As of this year, we've only seen like 2 screenshots. That's as far as that's all the details of this year for Remake of 7. Those screenshots did look good though. All right, so let's move on. The Remake of 7 will hopefully be there. So let's talk about one of the other games that are on top of this list, at least my list. They announced this at the end of the PSX 2016 conference. We talk about The Last of Us Part 2. Jay Silver, how do you feel about this? Do you expect The Last of Us Part 2 to be there, or do you think it's going to skip it and be like at PSX at the end of the year?
I don't think they're really going to go in with it, because I think they kind of showed it at PSX to build hype. I think they might tease it, but I don't think they really would go in much detail about it. Like, I don't think it'll have a major presence there. I think maybe God of War, maybe Final Fantasy or something like that. That would be more of a major presence, but I expect it to be there in some shape or form, but not a major presence. But I do expect it to be
there. Hell yeah.
Because I will say this, I don't want to try to like sell this game. Most likely their biggest game they have in the pipeline. This is it. Like this was like their swan song on the PS3 that ended up like doing so well for them, selling a lot critically. Everyone loves it. This is like their big game. This is like their absolute biggest game coming out. So
you think it's gonna be bigger than God of War?
Yeah, I think it's already bigger than God of War.
Really?
Me too. Yeah,
I agree.
I know. That's saying a lot. I know.
It is, but I agree.
We'll get to that.
Nah.
We'll get to God of War
without a shadow of a doubt.
I don't know, man. God of War is a beast.
No, like that's fine. In my opinion, I think The Last of Us is the most important thing they have. I like in all their first party franchises. That is their.
I'm gonna just call this out. God of War looks like The Last of Us. I'm just saying. If you look at
right.
how it's played, it looks just like the fucking.
All right, so if you be patient for a couple minutes, God of War is the next on my list. So give me a second.
Wait, can I say something before you go to the next on the list? Right, when you say the most important franchise, you talking about
No, we're still on Last of Us 2. We ain't done with this shit.
Wait. When you said the most important game, right? For the Last of Us 2, right? Are you
First party, yes.
Yeah, are you referring to like sales? Because I wouldn't Gran Turismo be like that?
No, I think
this,
Last of Us
this bro
matters more.
fucking Gran Turismo.
I'm just saying, because I know Gran Turismo's like a beast, doesn't that?
It does, but it doesn't have like. Here's the thing about Gran Turismo. Gran
I give a
Turismo
fuck about it. I'm just
is.
saying.
No, I don't care about the game. But you're right. Gran Turismo does sell predominantly really.
Oh, we lost him.
Yep.
Takes forever to make them. So I mean that's one problem. And two, The Last of Us is like something you want in your portfolio. That's something to brag about. It's something it's hard. It's kind of hard to brag about a racing game because at the end of the day, it's just a racing game. You know, like it doesn't get like most fans excited. Like people who like racing games, that's fine. But most video gamers that watch these conferences, they like like storylines and fantasy stuff and things to get excited about. And you can get excited about The Last of Us. You know, it's like watching a show.
Continue.
Yeah, so I think that's how you look at it. And honestly, Gran Turismo, this new Gran Turismo, isn't even a numbered one. It's called Sport.
Yeah.
And they're taking forever on it. And we don't know how well it's going to sell now because who knows when it comes out. It's been delayed like twice. So as of right now, yes, I think The Last of Us is still their most important game. I'm not saying it will sell the most. Maybe God of War will. Maybe Gran Turismo will.
I'm leaning towards more God.
I don't think God of War is going to sell more than Last of Us 2. I don't.
Me either. But in any case, Illmatic,
what were the sales for God of War, the remaster, as opposed to the Last of Us remaster?
Remaster. You should be talking about the original
exactly,
sales.
The original. Forget the remaster.
The remasters don't ever sell nearly as well as the originals.
No, I'm not saying that they do. I'm saying if you compare them to those two remasters, how do they sell against each other? Is what I'm asking.
I can check it.
I see what you mean. Yeah, The Last of Us definitely outsold the God of War remaster. Definitely.
Well, come on. It was like when it released, there was no games on the PS4, so that was like one of the best games at the time. So of course
I don't want to hear that shit.
It's like the game Knack. Look at the game like Knack, right? If we had like these a bevy of these PlayStation games out now, nobody would probably give a rat's ass about Knack. But since there was nothing out and you was an early adopter of the PlayStation, you're like, let me give Knack a try. Come on. That's how I like it.
So are you saying
the only reason why Knack sold is because of the PS4? That's it. Not because it was a great game.
No, it's sold because there's no games else. It was nothing else to play.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think officially the next podcast we do should be a sales podcast because these guys are really adamant on the sales podcast. Don't get me wrong, I like sales too. But all right. So before we move on, Illmatic.
Money talks, bro.
Illmatic, The Last of Us Part 2. Do you expect it to be there, or do you think it's going to skip it to PSX?
No. If they skip it, they're the stupidest fucking company in the world. Because Last of Us 2 is, at least for me, one of my most hyped games that are coming out.
But it's a game that is most likely. But also, you got to see the game is probably not coming out this year, so they don't actually.
I don't expect that. No, they do, because all they showed us last time was just not trailer, but cinematic. Yeah. I would like to see gameplay now. Okay. So I think at least that portion they should show.
Okay, all right, that's fair. Personally, for me, I'm kind of 50-50. I think there's a chance of seeing it, but it wouldn't surprise me if they want to focus on God of War as their big game this year. So I can see them not showing it, so God of War doesn't get overshadowed. I can see that.
It's not overshadowing.
It is. You don't want to you don't want to show off two promising titles, and then one gets more press over the other. And when you don't want,
but they did that already.
It's like with Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1. Like
they did it with 7 and Shenmue 3.
But 7 is not theirs fully. You know, they don't own 7. Square Enix does. That's a third party game. You know what I mean? Shenmue's another example. That's a third party game. You know, that's not their first party studio. That's not their baby. You know what I mean? They don't want their babies competing for
for sales. They cannibalize each other.
Yeah, exactly. They don't want to like cannibalize each other like Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2.
I get what you're saying. No, that was stupid. That was just dumb because you put a franchise that was huge against a newer franchise.
For example, PSX at last year PSX, they didn't show God of War. They showed The Last of Us, but they didn't show God of War. I think that's on purpose. I don't.
Right.
Yeah, they don't want because God of War and Last of Us are two big single player first party games, and they don't want them to like kind of compete together. You know, they want them to both get as much positive.
You want God of War to shine this year, and the next year you want The Last of Us to shine, like eat the sales like that.
Yeah,
you don't want them having both. Like, I gotta choose which one do I want.
Yeah. Plus, PlayStation has the advantage of having two press conferences, like two big ones every year, so they can afford to skip out E3. Yeah. So that's a good perspective too. Anyways, it wouldn't surprise me if it's there, but I also don't expect it to be there because they probably want to showcase God of War. So here we go. So now let's talk about God of War now. So God of War is the third game on my list. God of War 4, that's what I'm calling it. I don't really know the real title because right now it's just called God of War. Right. But I fully expect this game to be here. Not only do I expect this game to be here, I expect a release date. I'm not saying it comes out this year. I think it should. But if it doesn't, I do expect some type of release date, like 2018 early. Yeah, I think God of War generally comes out in March, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, maybe a March 2018 release date, something like that. Either way, I expect God of War to be there. I expect a cool trailer of some kind. And I expect a release date. Illmatic, do you agree or disagree with me? What do you think?
A release date? No, I don't expect a release date, but I do expect some type of, either A, gameplay, because I'm actually really intrigued to play the gameplay because if they're changing everything out, there's no more combos and all that bullshit.
I don't think they should show gameplay. I think they showed enough last year. They showed a lot of gameplay last year. They showed I don't know, 15 minutes of gameplay. I think it's time for a cool trailer to get people hyped. You know what I mean? Like they showed enough of the game. You don't want to spoil it. You know, there's too much.
I guess.
Yeah. So what do you think, Jay Silver? Do you?
Yeah, I think you made some valid points. Like I want a release date. I kind of agree more with Illmatic. I don't think I would see a release date at E3, and I want to see gameplay. Fuck that. That game is awesome. So
that's what I'm saying.
I want to see fucking Zeus and some epic, revenge return. I want to see something crazy. Like, oh shit. So I disagree with that. I don't want to see a trailer. If I seen the gameplay, what the fuck a trailer gonna do for me?
Exactly.
I mean, to get you hyped.
I'm not gonna get hyped on the trailer. I seen the
and
actual
gameplay. Doesn't do
that. So I want to see more of it.
That's alone is hype. Like, I can do that. That shit is amazing. I can't wait for that. You know what I mean? Type shit.
I get it. All right. So before we move on, because I feel like we're moving on quicker than with God of War. We also did talk about God of War before God of War. Before we move on, Illmatic, you made a point saying God of War is basically The Last of Us. I want you to elaborate on that. I think it's an interesting.
Okay.
Good.
So if you look at how The Last of Us was played, at least the way that particular trailer / gameplay played out, it was very Last of Us-esque as far as like the atmosphere and over the shoulder view, and there's another little person you have to protect. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it reminded me a lot of The Last of Us.
Okay.
And I find that weird because God of War is nowhere near a game like The Last. I mean, we all know how that game was. That was a very action-esque game.
Right.
Yeah, so I think it was a genius move. I think that honestly, as someone like me I gave no fucks ever about God of War. I don't care about any of them at all, and I don't even want to go back and play them. I know they're good. But I don't care. Those games never interest me. It's just an angry bald man just killing things. I get it. This game was the first God of War that got me interested. I was like, oh, there's more to just killing now.
Whoa, can I stop you there? This is sounding like a Street Fighter 5 situation again.
Yeah, no one knows about.
All right, yeah.
Nobody knows that.
All right, yeah, continue.
So now this game has me interested. Now it's like, oh, okay, now we're changing the formula now. Now this is not just a regular, I'm just going to kill these big-ass monsters just because I'm angry. Now there's a reason. Now we're protecting a kid. The kid levels up or something like that. So I want to know how that plays out. There's like a lot of little intricacies there. Like do you eventually play as the kid? Like, does Kratos just die and the kid takes over? Like, that'd be crazy. Like,
yo, that would be a fucking crazy twist.
Because here's the theory. They show like they kind of show like a circle symbol when they did unveil God of War. What if that's like a circle of life? Like Kratos dies for this kid to take over as the new God of War or something like that. Right? I don't know if that's a son. Probably is.
I don't even know how that happened. Like, what happened between the last one and this one? It's like, where the fuck?
Yeah, but you see how it's interesting to me. As someone who doesn't care about the franchise, I feel like this is a good starting point. We're like, you know what? All right, now you have me interested. Now I do care about what's going on because it seems like to be more substance to the game's story. So I care about God of War. Go them for making me care. So let's move on to another big game that I actually do expect to be there, but we'll see what you guys think. Death Stranding, Hideo Kojima's big new IP. Kojima hasn't made a new IP.
I totally forgot about that shit.
Long. But this is a huge game. PlayStation scooped up Kojima the moment he was a free agent. He was like the hottest free agent. He was like the LeBron James of video game developers. And now he has his own studio. It's been confirmed that he's going to be working on a modified engine of the Horizon engine for this game. So it's going to be allegedly even better than that.
Nice.
And it's a new IP. It's a new IP from a mastermind who's made Metal Gear Solid one of the best franchises of all time. Illmatic, do you expect this game to be there in some way, shape, or form?
Yeah, I do. I don't expect for them to have a huge conference about it. I think it's going to be one of those like, hey, here's Hideo Kojima to talk a little bit about of Death Stranding. He comes out, he says his piece, he shows the trailer, and he walks the fuck off.
Nah, they did that
I really
last
don't
year.
expect anything big from them.
I don't want that again.
All right. Okay. So Jay Silver.
I think it's going to happen again.
Jay Silver, what do you expect? What do you think is going to happen?
I'm expecting a God of War kind of esque reveal where they show some big gameplay elements of what the fuck is going on. Because I have no idea what the hell this game is about. Like, it's Death Stranding.
Nobody does.
Exactly. So I don't want to be left in the dark again. They did it last year. They showed Norman Reedus, Daryl from Walking Dead. Fine, we know that much. I don't want nothing like that again. Because if you do that again, I was like, whatever. Because like I said, been there, done it. I want to see what the fuck this game is about, what's going on. I have zero idea. I want you to clue me in. Give me some type of idea of what this is going to be about. Because obviously, yeah, you got the hype of Hideo Kojima, but what is this game? Like, what's going on? So I want some gameplay or some type of explanation of what this game is about, what's going on. That needs to be at this E3.
So yeah,
we don't even know like the genre that it falls into: horror, action, RPG. We have no idea what the fuck this game is.
Kojima already stated that it's going to be an action game, so it's going to be like an action game. That's all you can really say. But you also got to realize that
big as shit.
I mean, you also got to realize they hired him like within months before the E3 announcement, so you couldn't really expect him to show that much. He just got there.
He's a legend, so I expect legendary speeds of getting shit done. All right?
That doesn't make any sense at all.
It does.
Anyways, okay, sure. You too. Anyways, so I do expect Death Stranding to be there, and I do expect gameplay. It won't be God of War length. There's no way he's that prepared yet. I do expect a couple minutes of gameplay though.
But in a year though, you don't think so?
He just got the engine. Remember, he was debating for a while now, like which engine to use. So it took him a long time to pick the engine. He's still recruiting
honestly,
people.
I don't believe a goddamn thing he says. Kojima is the one person you can never believe a fucking thing that man says.
He's a miracle worker. He works fast.
So, all right. So I do expect Death Stranding to be there and to see a little bit of gameplay, maybe a teaser gameplay, whatever. All right. So let's move on. Now we talk about Days Gone. This new IP came out of nowhere last year.
Right.
I'm excited.
They showed it off. It was one of it's really weird though. They showed it off twice. They showed off a trailer in last year's conference, then it ended the conference with gameplay.
The gameplay,
the gameplay looked really good, and that was early stages of the game. Now we're looking at a year ahead, and I expect another gameplay trailer. Maybe not that long because they already spent a lot of time with it last year. But I do expect some type of gameplay to really show the improvement. Jay Silver, what do you expect from Days Gone? Do you expect it to be there, or if you don't, let me know.
No, I definitely expect it to be there. Like, it's been, a year later, so I expect it to be more detailed, maybe a little bit more information on it. It kind of got like a Left 4 Dead feel to me with the massive amounts of zombies, but obviously more next-gen-ish looking than Left 4 Dead, destructible-looking environments. I'm hoping the story's good because that'll make it over the top. Maybe they can, borrow some story elements from like a Telltale, like, Left Walking Dead type story. Maybe throw in a co-op feature. That would probably be fun because, like I said, Left 4 Dead is one of my favorite games of last generation. And if they can make that co-op, I don't see why this wouldn't be a hit if the story is good. So.
Oh, word.
Oh, my God. Co-op is so good.
Right. That's what I'm
Illmatic. Days Gone. Days Gone. I want to hear your opinion on Days Gone. I don't think I actually don't even know your opinion on Days Gone yet.
Yeah, we've never spoken about it. Days Gone, actually, I actually just looked into that maybe 2 months ago. Mm-hmm. And so the synopsis of what I got from it, you play as this biker dude who lost his whole gang, and he's the last survivor, and he's trying to survive. It's not about protecting anybody. It's not none of that shit. He's just
surviving
to survive, which is a cool concept because I don't think we've ever been put in that situation where there wasn't a goal in mind other than your own survival. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't a place that was not, it was quarantined and it was clean, and this is just, we're going from A to B to C and trying to fucking make it from day to day to day. The gameplay on phenomenal. I don't know if you guys remember, but you're able to go and loot things from like your environment. Now, I know that's been done before, but the way that it looked while he was doing it looked normal. What I mean by that is not like, you're walking by and you see a random fucking thing on the ground and you just pick it up. No, he actually climbed into a truck, went into the hood of the truck and pulled a part that is a real part from a fucking vehicle. And I was like, oh shit, that's cool. That they added that little tidbit thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the little things. And I feel like Days Gone is doing those things very well. And when he goes into the big barn and he's fighting all these monsters, it's like I feel the suspense. I feel like if that was me playing that game, I would be on some oh shit. What the fuck am I gonna do now? Where do I go? You know, it's that onslaught. So I'm really, really, really excited for this game. I'm a Zion. I like shit like that. So
okay,
I think it'll be a great thing.
All right, so I want to touch on Days Gone before we move on. So Days Gone does two things that was impressive to me. The one thing is that I'm over zombies, and they managed to make a game interesting with zombies. So go them.
I respect that.
They found the way to get me interested, even though I'm kind of over zombies right now. Number two, I didn't realize. Like I remember seeing Dead Rising 1 for the first time on 360, and being so impressed by how many zombies were on screen. And I never thought I would ever feel that way again. And then Days Gone happened, and it's not just like there's so many of them; it's that they look so aggressive too. Like in Dead Rising 1, Dead Rising 1, they're just dumb. They're just standing around because they're dumb zombies. And this one is like World War Z. Like they're like aggressive.
Exactly.
They're like this. It's so tense. Like they're like
falling on each other. They're climbing on each other.
Yeah, it looks so impressive. So they did a really good job. I'm really interested in what they're gonna do with that. So hopefully we see that. All right. Yeah. So the last thing I want to like touch on a lot before we start like doing quick rounds. Spider-Man, Illmatic. I know you like Spider-Man games.
Yes.
And this is for the first time I think ever we have a exclusive Spider-Man game for PlayStation. So that means it's most likely going to be the best Spider-Man game. It's made by Insomniac, the people who make Ratchet and Clank and Sunset Overdrive. They're good developers. And what do you expect from Spider-Man? Do you expect it to be there, and do you expect it to come out this year?
Honestly, yes to those both questions. I do expect it to be there, and I don't feel like a game like that would take very long to make. Again, I'm not a developer. I'm not a programmer. I don't know, but from my experience with games like that, they relatively come out fairly quick. But that game itself shocked the shit out of me because I wasn't expecting that at all, especially for it to be a PS exclusive and made by that developer. Yeah. So just off of that alone, I feel like it's gonna be great. You know, and it's fucking Spider-Man, so yeah.
And Jay Silver. We kind of lost your video feed, but Jay Silver, what do you think of Spider-Man?
I'm not a big fan of Spider-Man, not even in the Marvel universe. So it being exclusive to PlayStation is obviously a win for Sony, because obviously there's probably huge Spider-Man fans because he's a huge superhero in the Marvel universe. It looks very impressive graphically speaking too, so I'll give them credit for that. But as far as me personally being interested in it, not really my thing. I'm not a fan of Spider-Man.
Okay, and do you expect it to be there?
Yeah, I definitely expect it to be there. It's like one of the major games, so I think it should show up.
For me, before we move on, I will say that while it looks really good, I just can't see myself buying any like licensed game. Like I can't see myself buy anything that's based off a movie of any kind or anything, because I know it's not going to be fully like the movie, but it's still gonna try to tie in something.
But it's not from Homecoming though. It's not the Homecoming Spider-Man.
I just also don't like superhero games. I just don't care. I'm just so over them.
Unless it's Marvel versus Capcom.
Okay.
You didn't like the Batman series?
Not that I didn't like them.
Asylum.
Not that I didn't like them. I'm just not interested. That's just how I am.
Okay. I hear you.
But maybe they'll sell me. Maybe they'll show me something that's really cool or something. But as of right now, I'm just not that interested. But I expect it to be there, and I expect it to come out this year actually, or at least around when the movie comes out. I don't really know when it comes out. So let's do like quick draw. I'm gonna say a game. Only one of you are gonna talk, and you have like 30 seconds to tell me your feelings about the game. And these are games that, while are probably gonna be good and sell well, they're just not worthy right now to talk so much about because we have other things to do. So. Jay Silver, talk to me about Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
If it's have a fun multiplayer just like Uncharted 4, I would definitely be interested. I didn't finish Uncharted 4 story, by the way. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the multiplayer because I'm a multiplayer
Everyone
guy.
He sucks. I know.
So
yeah. Anyway.
Anyway, like I said, if that's gonna carry over, then I'll probably get off that strength alone. And
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Illmatic, a new game for you, Gran Turismo Sport. Talk to me about it.
If it's not Forza, I really don't give a shit, and that's the honest truth. I believe that Forza, I think that Forza completely outshined the Gran Turismo series, and I've played the Gran Turismo series throughout the years, and coming from an avid car enthusiast, Forza's definitely got it. So honestly, I don't care about it.
You're not even gonna get it.
Not at all.
Give it a try.
Not at all.
Okay. All right,
all. Nope.
Jay Silver, This might not even be there, but I'll tell you anyways. Crash Remake Trilogy. Do you think it's going to be there? Because it already has a release date, so I don't know if it'll be there. But talk to me about it.
Why? Crash Remake Trilogy? I mean, I'll probably be more interested in that.
Naughty Dog. I missed that.
I don't know. I get no fucks about Crash. I'm sorry.
Okay, talk to me about Knack 2 then. Talk to me about Knack 2.
There's a Knack 2?
Yeah, there's his face.
Oh, there's a Knack 2. Yo. You need to watch Peter Sex, my friend. It shocked the world. Knack 2 exists. He rises again.
Holy shit.
So, not only do I expect Knack 2 to be Sony best-selling franchise of the year.
For sure.
Nah, just
There's a fucking Knack 2. Holy shit.
I don't even know how the hell that game got a sequel.
Yeah, I can tell you why. The person who made the PS4 makes that game, so of course he gets priority.
Oh, that's not even fair. Like, come on.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he's working on Knack 2, but I'm assuming he is. All right, so and then Illmatic, talk to me about Dreams. Do you even know about the game Dreams?
Oh, by the way, Knack sold 1.74 mil copies.
I just found out about Knack 2, and you asked me about a game called Dreams.
Okay. All right, so we'll just move on. For those
that's from Media Molecule, right?
Yeah, it's a Media Molecule, guys. The guys who make Little Big
Planet.
Planet.
Game with the you kind of like make little drawings with the controller.
Yeah.
Wait, wasn't it announced that a long time? Wait, wasn't it announced like in 2013, 2014?
Yeah, that game has been MIA. That game's been MIA for a couple
have something
years.
like that?
They canceled it. It's called Project Spark, and it's gone.
Oh, yeah. It's the same shit.
But it's code breaking.
How do those games sell?
For emergency podcast.
Shout out to Goldberg.
Xbox has been canceling a lot of games and this gen. All right, so let's move on to rumors and expectations.
Wait. Didn't you skip Detroit Become Human?
I did. You're right, and I actually like that.
That's a good one.
All right, I guess we can talk about Detroit before we move on. So personally, for me, as a fan of his games, I'm actually just not as excited as I usually am. Maybe I'm just over it. I'm probably still going to get a day one. I just don't feel like he can show me anything that can get me excited at this point. At this point, I just want a release date and show me nothing. Just say, hey, it comes out August. All right, cool. I'll buy it. Because there's really nothing else to sell me on. I get it. It's an interactive game. It's your choices affect things. I mean, it's kind of like the same old story. So I'm hoping the story is really good because I was kind of disappointed Beyond Two Souls. So I'm just hoping at least better than that. I didn't like Beyond Two Souls. So Illmatic, Detroit, talk to me about it. What do you think?
I basically feel the same way as you do. As you know, we've played these games for years, the Indigo Prophecy days and stuff like that. So it's really the same thing to expect, as like you said, the interactive. And
you know what it is?
Those games are basically story driven. If the story's not good, then
here's the thing. I think the reason why games like Indigo Prophecy and Heavy Rain stuck out to us, there was really no competition. There was no competition yet. Like Telltale wasn't a thing yet. And now at this point in 2017, there's so many games that do that now. Like Life is Strange is really good. I don't think Detroit's going to be better than Life is Strange. Walking Dead Season 3 is out. Tales of the Borderlands.
Fucking beast.
You know, like
the thing about the Telltale games, they're fairly easy. There's no.
Oh yeah, there's no gameplay elements to it. It's just strictly story. You just really.
I get that, but they're basically low budget versions of David Cage games, but they still serve that purpose. They still fill that void.
Is like 10 out of 10.
Not really.
I think they do. I feel a lot of similarities of like Walking Dead and Heavy Rain. Just Heavy Rain, just more QTE based. You know what I mean?
And on top of Heavy Rain, you can miss stuff. Like in Heavy Rain, you're timed, and your people are after you, and like it's a totally different atmosphere.
It's just the whole concept of your choices affect things. People die based on your decisions. It's the same thing. It's the same concept to me. But I don't know. That's just how I feel. I just feel like there's more competition now. So Detroit really has to step it up. You know, it's not enough just to look pretty. Because every other game looks pretty now. So that's another thing. This game used to look really pretty. Yeah. But now it's like every game looks pretty.
It's subpar. It's like everything. Yeah.
Yes. All right. So let's move on. Rumors and expectations. These are games that are not announced. Just things that we expect or hope to come out. So here are games that are expected. The only game that's expected is the developer Sucker Punch, the people who make Infamous. They have been making a new game for a couple of years now. Is this the time for them to show what they've been making? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Now's the time.
Is that even a question, Nick? Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So we do expect a Sucker Punch new IP at this. It will not be Infamous, as far as I know. It will not be a new Infamous. It will be a whole new game that they've been making.
Kind of like
that's fine.
What?
That just came out in February.
What game?
got a lot of good reviews with the chick with the bow and arrow with the dinosaurs. Fuck,
Oh, Horizon.
There you go.
Horizon.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. All right. So that's pretty much the only expected thing. Now let's talk about rumors. Let's let our mind wander. Illmatic, what do you think? What are there anything you want personally to happen, or do you just have everything?
I would like some type of Kingdom Hearts 3 something.
I can
Just
see that.
something, yo. Just God, just
It's
give me
2020. We're not
something.
getting it. All right.
You know what's sad? You know what's sad about Kingdom Hearts 3 is that Kingdom Hearts 3 technically should be under notable announcement on my list, but it didn't make my list because I don't expect it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's not going to be there. So yes, that is technically a game that was announced at a PlayStation conference in 2013. It's 2017, and I just don't see it a day. I don't see Kingdom Hearts 3 and Remake 7 of being in the same conference. I just don't see it. It's possible.
Even if it's like 2 minutes, I just want something. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just letting you know this guy. You're not getting nothing, so don't even expect anything.
fair.
All right. So anything else on that? Is there a little bit more realistic dream?
From Sony?
Anything. And remember, third parties can bring out a game like this conference. Remember, this conference, anything can happen. A third party can announce a sequel to an amazing game. Like anything can happen.
Fallout 5. There you go.
Okay.
Fallout motherfucking 5.
Okay, yeah, right. Okay. I would say that'd be at Bethesda's conference, but whatever.
Yeah, Jay Silver. Well, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary. The remake of 7 was announced at the PlayStation conference, and then it was shown off again at the Square Enix one. So I mean, but anyways, Jay Silver. Is there anything that you want to happen?
I got a few. Right. So we expect Destiny 2 reveal tomorrow. So whatever they reveal there, I expect more E3 stuff at Sony's.
Wow, I'm surprised they haven't mentioned anything about Destiny.
Right. So
Because I don't care about Destiny.
the bias is real. Anyway, I expect extra Destiny information to be revealed at Sony's conference.
Okay.
So that's like a given to me. I would like the surprise of having maybe a Twisted Metal reboot or some kind of new Twisted Metal game out the fucking woodworks. I think that. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not gonna happen. I'm just predicting. That'd be kind of a cool surprise.
Definitely not gonna happen.
And here's one thing that I don't think anybody would think of. Right. So Capcom, just released Resident Evil 7 in January. I didn't play it, so I still have yet to get around to that. But I would love to see a fucking.
I'm struggling.
I would love to see a Resident Evil Outbreak. I thought that game was such an underrated game. It was really good. That'd be fucking awesome to see that.
Now we're talking dreams. Now I like this.
Yeah, so that's the whole point, right?
Because you see, the thing is, I feel like Resident Evil Outbreak is more likely than Twisted Metal. The reason why I say that is because Twisted Metal already got its shot. They tried Twisted Metal again on the PS3 and it flopped.
Oh, you can do it next gen and do it better.
No. What I'm saying is, they gave it a chance. They gave it a chance already and it flopped. So to them, it's like we already tried and you guys didn't care.
Well,
so we're not going to
look at it this way. Remember when the first Hulk came out and it flopped and they rebooted almost immediately and it was so much better? If you remember the movie.
Okay, but that's a movie.
I'm just saying though, it could be something like that. They did the Twisted Metal on PS3 and flopped, and maybe what guys, somebody's gonna come in and fucking refresh the shit. And it's like, oh shit, you haven't played Twisted Metal, it's really good again. I actually enjoyed it.
Right. We're better off waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 at E3 than any of those.
You'll probably get Twisted Metal much faster than Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. No way.
No, definitely not. Kingdom Hearts 3 will come out and be in your hands by the time they even mention Twisted Metal.
Bro, if we're pulling out bullshit, then there's gonna be a Spyro remake and all this shit.
We're in 2017. That doesn't even make any sense.
Twisted Metal came out recently on the PS3 a couple years ago.
I was better off. Yeah. Like I said, it's more recent.
All right.
Anyway.
You know what? Tumba's going to come back out. That's what the fuck is going to come back out.
Anything else, Jason?
They're going to show some more Capcom versus Capcom Infinite.
Okay. Infinite shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Infinite,
I'm expecting more details on that. I'm expecting Capcom to fuck me over financially because I don't really trust them to do anything correct anymore. But nonetheless, I'm probably going to get fucked for the first time purposefully. But I'm hoping I'm wrong. But typically I'm not. So I'm
the roster, I think, is what's going to sell me on that game is the roster.
I heard from rumors, based off rumors, you might have to buy the X-Men. I don't think they're going to come by default. Don't quote me on that or hold me to that. But that's it.
Okay, so is there any more games, Jay Silver?
And here's a Hail Mary, a Left 4 Dead 3.
Okay.
That's a fucking Hail Mary.
Oh, no, that's a Hail Mary over fucking Twisted Metal and what the hell? What bullshit
Valve
you just out?
It's just like fucking Blizzard when it comes to making games. They come out of the woodworks. there's no time frame. You have no idea when their game's gonna come out. They'll just come out
So
with a
I
game.
think Twisted Metal has more of a chance of showing up than Left 4 Dead 3.
I agree. That's what I said. That's just a Hail Mary.
That's not even fair though, because Left 4 Dead was a way bigger franchise. Well, I don't want to say bigger franchise, but
Left 4
they
Dead
had at least a
2
huge
came out,
fan base.
2008 or whatever.
Valve doesn't really make video games anymore, so I mean,
That's what I'm saying. So that's a Hail Mary.
People are still waiting. No,
They still
no,
waiting
a
for
Hail Mary
Half-Life.
would be Half-Life 3.
Right, there you
There
go.
you go.
That's
That's a
not
Hail Mary.
So I'm saying, so it's Left 4
That's a
Dead,
Hail
though.
Mary.
I think the other day there was an article that showed that all the original members of Half-Life are all gone now. Like they're all just gone from Valve.
That's probably why they didn't come out.
So yeah. So all right.
That
so
was
now
a dagger to the heart.
So for me, I actually don't have a lot of dream announcements because I already have everything I want. But what I do want is a remaster of Shenmue 1 and 2, and I don't think that's out of the realms of possibility because
they GoFundMe, they'll come out. They need money for that.
Well,
It better. They already have all the money they need. Goddamn it.
They need more.
Well, unfortunately, public Jay Silver's not particularly, he doesn't know the whole story, so it's okay. I forgive him.
Aren't you gonna promote?
Shenmue 1 the Shenmue 1 remaster and Shenmue 2 remaster definitely needs to happen this year because allegedly, as far as I know, Shenmue 3 is still on track to coming out this year. Will it come out? I don't
This
think
year?
this
Fuck
year.
out of here.
I don't think it will either. But as of right now, it is still expected to come out this year. So I think this is the perfect opportunity to strike where the iron's hot and re-release Shenmue 1 and 2 for PS4 so it can get at least a decent install base so people can know what the hell this game is for the people who haven't played it. There are a lot of people who never played 2 because of various reasons that I won't go into. So I think the remaster 1 and 2 is likely. There will be no stupid Kickstarter because Sega will be making this, so they don't need to. It's a different scenario altogether. The remaster will have nothing to do with Yu Suzuki at all because he doesn't work for Sega anymore. So, I mean, it doesn't matter. So I do expect that. I would love a remaster 1 and 2. It's not a guaranteed thing, so this is why it's a dream of mine. And I think it's about it. I mean, if we're going Hail Mary, I mean, okay. Final Fantasy VIII remake, do it. I mean,
Wow.
I mean, we're talking dreams here.
We're better off with this.
2035 now, something like that.
Okay. Hey, there was a recent article that stated one of the producers of the remaster of Final Fantasy 12. He stated that if they do if they do try to redo these games from the PS1 era, they have to be remakes because the graphics don't hold up. So they would have to remake 8 and 9 if they did re-release it. So I mean,
Not
that's
only
a
that,
good.
but they don't have the old they were having an issue with 7 that they don't have the old data files, and they do, but it's not compatible for what the tech now.
I was gonna say because isn't 7 in the Play Store? I mean, not the Play Store, the Sony Store now. You can buy like the old PlayStation version of Final Fantasy 7.
No, what I'm saying.
Yeah, you can.
Right.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but they're also remaking 7. So you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so if they're because what it is that I hear they're interested in redoing their catalog, but if they do those older games, they rather just do full blown remakes than just port them again. So that's what I hear from him. So it actually is likely for 8 and 9 to get a remake. It is possible, just not this year. In any case, that's pretty much all for the dreams. So let's go on to Nintendo on Tuesday. So Nintendo will not have a conference again. They will have a direct though. So they will have their directs are generally like an hour. So let's talk about Nintendo. Jay Silver, let me talk to you about the notable games already announced on Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
We got Super Mario Odyssey,
Of course.
Xenoblade 2,
Okay.
Splatoon 2,
Right.
ARMS, Fire Emblem Warriors, and a new Fire Emblem for Switch that is dated for 2018. Those are all the games that have been announced that I consider big. I'm sure there's other games I just forgot about or don't care about. So, Jay Silver, after all the games I told you about, what games do you expect to be at this direct, and what games do you want to be at the direct?
Well, Super Mario's is the obvious pick. Splatoon 2 and ARMS because I think they're trying to do a esports push with ARMS. I don't practically see it. It's either going to be a hit or miss. I can't predict which way it's going to go. It looks kind of finicky to me, but Nintendo fans are strong, and they support Nintendo in almost any and everything it does. So I'm gearing towards ARM being more of a hit. I personally don't really see it, but like I said, Nintendo fans will back this game up. But the biggest hit to me is Super Mario Odyssey. Mario in Manhattan, Mario in Egypt. It seems really interesting.
Okay.
So,
Illmatic, what do you think of the games I mentioned?
Splatoon 2 is going to be big. The first one was a lot of fun, even with all their free updates, and they got a really big. I think they showed up on esports as well. ARMS, I've I've always said that the game's probably stupid as shit. But it's like Jay Silver said, the Super Mario Odyssey, that's gonna be incredible. The open world Mario, like, come on, how's that not gonna fucking be great?
Yeah, for me, I don't own a Switch, but I probably will own one when Odyssey comes out. So that's how you know how much I care about that game. That game looks so good. All right, so let's talk about rumors. Here are the rumors for Nintendo Switch, or Nintendo in general. Actually, I have some stuff that is Nintendo Switch. The top of the board. This is the biggest rumor, and you guys are gonna laugh. So just be prepared.
Mario Party.
The top of the board. No. I wish it was. It is Mario and Rabbids RPG, and Ubisoft. And
what?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. This has been in the rumor mill even before the Switch came out. Oh my god! And allegedly, it's gonna happen. Mario and Rabbids.
I'm not even gonna front. I'm gonna tell you how much of a bitch ass RPG fan that I am. The moment you mentioned that it was an RPG, I was like, maybe.
Mario RPG was a good game for the Super Nintendo. If you remember that year, that game was great. I loved it too.
But that was Square. That was Square.
But Nintendo didn't make it. Square.
I know that, but
Square's not making it.
Whatever. Still Mario. All right. It was a great game.
All right.
I feel you.
So we're gonna have a bunch of Mario characters and a bunch of rabbits from Ubisoft. Joining up forces or whatever in an RPG. That is a rumor.
I'm down for it.
Do you expect this rumor? Do you expect this at the Direct? Do you think this is the time?
I hope so. I do. That really just piqued my interest.
A little weird. Mario, Nintendo, and Ubisoft like teaming up for a game. I don't know. It just sounds suspect.
That sounds weird. Allegedly, Disney and Squaresoft doesn't.
Allegedly, there's a strong rumor. Like this rumor was strong before the Switch was announced, and then it resurfaced again recently. So allegedly, there's images online. So this is the thing. This might actually happen.
I hope it's a thing.
Unless it gets canceled. But as of right now, there's a strong rumor it might be at E3. Then we got Super Smash Brothers Deluxe, the Wii version just being released over the Switch, kind of like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? Do you think that will happen?
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean, the Mario Kart sold fucking like a beast, so they're like, holy shit, if we can resell a game already sold on the Wii U and add a little extra here and there, and people will buy it up. Why not do it with Smash Brothers? So,
all right, that gives you amiibo sales. That gives you mad shit. Yeah,
financially, it makes sense.
Okay. And then we got something that I just don't see it happening, but allegedly it's going to happen. Super NES Mini. They're coming out this year.
I'm pre-ordering that shit ASAP.
Okay.
Again, I won't do that because I have emulators, but I believe.
No, fuck that. You don't even do it for emulators. You know the resale value when it sells out, when Nintendo stops making it? God.
That's a fact. There you go. That is my man. That's what I'm talking about.
There you
go. So here's my take. I don't think it's coming out this year. Allegedly it is. Allegedly, according to rumors, it is. They stopped production of the NES Mini to work on this, to release it at Christmas.
Great.
So allegedly it's going to happen. Allegedly I'm wrong, and it's going to happen. But I personally will stand by my statement. I don't think it's going to happen because I think the Switch is more important. I don't think they want to overshadow the Switch with some nostalgic act. And I think the Switch matters. So I don't think it's coming out this year. It's going to happen eventually. I'm not saying it will never happen. I just don't see it happening this year, personally.
No, but, I do. I see it happening.
Okay, that's fine. All right, so those are all the rumors. So now we'll talk about dreams right now. Illmatic, what do you want from this Direct? What can they announce that could just blow you away? What do you want?
Honestly, if they put the 7 remake on the Switch, that'll blow me away.
Well, it's already confirmed that the remake of 7 will be on first for the PS4.
Right, and that's fine. But the fact that they have a Cloud amiibo.
No, but they can't show it. Like I think that's an agreement.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, since they have that mutual agreement, that you can only really see remake of 7 on PlayStation right now. Until it comes out, then it's like all bets are off. It's kind of like Tomb Raider. Like Tomb Raider when Rise of Tomb Raider, you could not see that on PlayStation at all until it had that contract.
Yeah.
So.
Fine. We're talking about dreams and stretches. I would love another Super Mario RPG.
All right. Okay.
I agree with that.
Jay Silver, what do you got other than Super Mario RPG?
A dream and a stretch for Nintendo franchise. Damn, I had it on top of my head. Fuck.
It ain't gonna be Star Fox. I'll let you know right now.
Word.
That shit is done.
Maybe another F-Zero, an actual racing F-Zero, like.
It's possible. Yeah. Why not?
How about remember that what was that franchise? I was talking about it with what's the name at the job, Advanced Wars, but that's a 3DS title. Maybe they can make a console version.
Wow. It would make sense.
Cause I know they had like a Wii version called Battalion Wars, kind of like a similar kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, the developer of that is Fire Emblem.
Right.
And Fire Emblem is too big of a franchise, so I just think they're going to focus on Fire Emblem for the
whatever, man. Just you do your Fire Emblem, you release that. I could care less about Fire Emblem. Give me my Advanced Wars. That's what I'm a fan of. You bring that on Switch, I think I would buy that, honestly.
But why? But here's the thing:
Really?
Fire Emblem is way better than Battalion War. Battalion.
I agree.
Why
I
wouldn't you
didn't play.
Fire Emblem?
I didn't play Battalion Wars. I'm not saying anything about
So
this. I went exactly Advanced Wars.
Saying,
I like that.
What I'm saying is no. But what I'm saying is you can get a better game than Battalion Wars. Advanced Wars, whatever. Sorry.
I like Advanced Wars. It's like arguing Pokemon and Digimon, right? Pokemon is obviously a bigger and better franchise. But if I'm a fan of Digimon, I don't give a crap about Pokemon.
That's
like that.
bad comparison.
Why is that a bad
Digimon
comparison?
Games. Digimon games are not like Pokemon games.
No, I'm just saying.
What I'm saying is the exact developer, the exact developer who made your game that you like makes a better version right now.
That's your opinion. That's subjective. That's your opinion.
That's not an opinion. It's but by sales and Metacritics,
we can go by sales again. Let's do the sales thing again.
Let's not.
Because by that logic, then Call of Duty is like one of the best games ever. But you and I don't play that franchise, but it sells like a fucking beast. But anyway,
all right. So in the interest of time, let's move on. Let's talk about my dreams quickly. I honestly don't really have anything for them to give me. I don't care. So I guess for the fans, I would like them to make a new Metroid. For the people who want that, I'm sure they want a new Metroid. So that's probably the game they should probably show.
I'm sure that's going to happen, though.
Hopefully. All right, so let's talk about bets before we end this podcast. It's going on pretty long, which I expected, but still pretty long.
Yeah.
All right, so let's do bets. So this is how it's going to work. We get 3 points for every bet we get right for Ubisoft, EA, and Bethesda. We get 5 points for every bet we get right for Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation. And we get 10 points for the crazy bet, which I'll tell later on. So we'll start with EA. I'll go first. So I make a random bet that's going to happen. And if it happens, I get 3 points. If you guys agree with me and it works, then you guys get the points too. If you guys disagree, you don't get the points. So here we go. EA. I'm going to say, and it has to be like a little unpredictable. You can't just say Madden's going to be there. You know,
Yeah, okay.
You can't. Yeah. So, I'm going to say in my bet, it could be anything. You could be creative. Like, for example, I'm going to say where they're going to show 5 minutes of gameplay of the Battlefront demo. 5 minutes. What do you guys think? High or low for
Battlefront 2?
Battlefront, yes.
Yeah, why not?
Jace,
it's gonna sell anyway. It's the Star Wars.
Jay Silver, what do you think?
I agree with that. I can see that being realistic.
So you're gonna say 5 minutes also?
I agree with that. Yeah.
5 minutes. And Illmatic.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a little longer than 5 minutes.
All right, so give me a time.
He's a little
About 7 minutes. About 7 minutes.
Well, what is it?
About 7 minutes. You figure the match length.
All right.
Just do like the Wheel of, what is it? Wheel of Fortune. Just say 501. You win.
It's already in the books, man. I already wrote it down.
All right.
So, all right, Jay Silver, give me an EA bet. Give me a bet that's a little unpredictable. That that you just can't. Yeah, it has to be something we can't know. Like a time. That's why I did the time thing. 'Cause we know Battlefront's gonna be there. You want me to skip you and go to
go to Illmatic because I can't really think of that for EA.
Illmatic, give me a game. Give me a bet.
Yeah. Okay, I bet. Shit, EA is hard.
NBA Jam.
You know what? Need for Speed.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I bet there'll be a Need for Speed.
All right, Need for Speed.
No, that was fucking Midway. Never mind.
All right, so Jay Silver,
I said NBA
do you think
Jam.
Need for Speed? Well, hold on. Do you think Need for Speed will be at the EA conference? No. Ooh, no. All right, so he says no. That's actually a tough one. I actually don't know about this one. This one's possible.
Yeah, I know.
When's the last time Need for Speed came out?
Don't they usually flop?
No, the last one sold.
It sold better than Halo. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But I'll always remember that. That's how I know. That's how I know it's sold well. I'm gonna say yes. It will be there. I'm gonna say yes. Yeah, sure. I could be wrong though. But All right, Jay Silver, what you got? What's your bet?
NBA Jam, some kind of NBA Jam sequel.
That's not fair for you to say that because they just remade like an NBA Jam-esque game. So you get another chance.
It's not obvious. I don't know if it's going to be at the conference.
But they're already using licensed players. You know what I'm saying? It's the same game. It's legit the same game. Big heads, small bodies, they're jumping, they're on fire. It's the same goddamn game, but different title.
Well, there's no rule against it, so.
True, but I was trying to give you a chance to give you another option. But if you want to go NBA Jam, go ahead. My apologies.
I really have nothing for EA, that's why.
I feel you. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Illmatic, do you agree? NBA Jam?
You're going robotic, bro. Your voice.
Word.
Illmatic?
I'm sorry, what? Do I agree?
What,
do I agree about it? No. Hell no.
I won't. Okay. All right.
No.
NBA Jam will not be there either. I agree. It will not be there. I say no.
It's what it is.
Yeah, you're losing those points. So. All right. So let's move on to the next one. We got... What we got? We got Bethesda. Illmatic, you could start this one since you don't like them. You could start it. What's the bet? What's the unpredictable bet?
The unpredictable bet. Okay. I want to say, you know what? I'm gonna stick to this. I'm gonna say that they're gonna bring out Fallout 5.
All right, Fallout 5. Good luck to you, sir, because that's not gonna happen. But all right, Jay Silver, what do you think? Will Fallout 5 be there?
No.
Damn.
No, I don't see that.
That was easy. No for me.
Not even like
well.
a teaser?
No for me as well. If I could do double or nothing, I would bet that too. I would be willing to triple my score. I will lose points. I will bet money that it will not be there at all. They won't even say the words. Sorry, man. Jay Silver, what you got? What's the bet? Okay, that's a little bit more likely, but I also don't think it's
it ain't. God damn it.
I don't see why you say no. They haven't made one yet for this gen, and they've already made one for this gen.
The online, because the Elder Scrolls Online, they just released more of them, so they're not gonna make a 6. Nah, it's not gonna happen.
Okay. All right, never.
No, not right now. Not at this fucking E3.
Oh, okay. So Illmatic, do you agree or disagree? Well, Elder Scrolls 6 be there. Fuck no. I will put fuck no in there. Fuck no for Illmatic. And I say this is actually a little tough. I'm gonna say no though. I don't think it's gonna be.
Yeah, I doubt it's gonna show up.
It's possible, but I just say no. All right. So here we go. For me, I'm gonna say the Evil Within 2 will be there.
With the brackets off?
Yeah, I had taken it out.
Evil Within 2. It's okay. Evil Within 2. Illmatic, what do you think? Evil Within 2.
Evil Within 2. Do I think it's gonna show up? Nah, I don't.
Nah.
Nah.
Illmatic? Nah. Jay Silver, Evil Within 2. Nah.
See?
Also.
Nah wins. Fuck you.
All right. Well, we'll actually see at the conference. We'll see. All right. So now we move on. I believe. No, we didn't all make our bets. Jay Silver did the Elder Scrolls, right? No. Fallout.
You know what
we all did our things. Okay. What?
I should have said Fallout 4 VR.
That's not gonna happen. Yo, you guys are on some shit. That's not.
Quake Champions.
I guess it's more. All right, it's more likely than Elder Scrolls. I'm sorry, Fallout 5. But
no, you were right the first time. You're right.
No. All right.
Quake Champions.
So now let's move on to Ubisoft. Who started off last?
This is gonna be hard.
Jay Silver, you started off this time.
Ubisoft.
Give me a bet.
Rayman's Legends Definitive Edition for Switch.
Okay, Rayman.
Pretty,
I'll just put Rayman for Switch. Make it a little broad for you. Make it a little easier. That's a bit specific.
Okay.
Word.
I'll be nice. I'll be nice to you. Illmatic, agree to disagree for Rayman?
I agree.
I will say for this one, It only can happen at the Ubisoft conference. So if it happens at Nintendo, it does not count.
What?
That's not even fair.
Exactly. That sounds like
We're talking about a specific Ubisoft conference. All right, fine. If it happens at any of the conferences,
all right, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'm being really nice. Anyways,
Word.
Illmatic, you saying yes to that?
Yeah, I think so. I can see that happening.
I say definitely no. That's not gonna happen. All right. I'll go now. EA. What we got for EA here? I'm sorry. Ubisoft. Sorry. Ubisoft. All right. I'll do the time thing again. Actually, no. I'll do something even more interesting. How many kills will there be in the Assassin's Creed reveal? Like, how many people will die? So confirmed kills means blade into someone or anything. So I absolutely have no idea. So I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet 7. Go with 7.
So if it's under or over, you lose.
No, you have to go an exact number. You guys have to say a number. Whoever's closest wins, or gets points.
I'll say 10.
All right, that was actually I was actually thinking 10 also, but I said I went with 10.
I go 8.
All right. So 8. And Illmatic, give us a Ubisoft bet.
Ubisoft. Division 2.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Hey, I want to say that.
If not Division 2, then the year 2 of Division. You get what I'm saying? Like their next thing.
Okay.
You're hoping like a Taken King kind of thing?
All right. So
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So all right. So this is going to be a little vague. So this has to be a little more specific because all right. So we're talking about a big expansion for Division. Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Expansion.
Okay.
Correct.
So they announce like a patch or like an update. That does not count. We're talking about a huge expansion like the Taken King.
Year 2. Like exactly.
Division year 2 big
Major
expansion. Major
Taken
expansion.
King-esque.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. That's more likely than a Division 2 anyways, I think. But
yeah.
All right, Division year 2 major expansion. Jay Silver, agree or disagree?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay. No, and I say no. All right. Now we're talking about Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. These are 5 points. I'll start it off for Xbox. So for me, I say Xbox. What we got here? What games do we even have left? All right, I'm gonna say Halo 6. I'm gonna say Halo 6 will be there in some way. It's got to be. Halo 6 has to be there.
In spirit.
That's their biggest franchise, regardless if it sells well or not. I mean, that's it. Sit on Halo. So, what you guys think? Jay Silver, what do you think?
What do they really have? So I go with a yes with that. Yeah.
Okay, yes. And Illmatic.
Nah.
Wow, the hope is not real. Just know if I see a Master Chief face, like a helmet, I win because Halo 6.
That doesn't count. No, get the fuck out. That doesn't count.
If they're teasing Halo 6 with a Master Chief face, that counts because Halo 6 was there in some way, shape, or form.
Or
that's what I'm saying.
It could be another Halo Wars or Halo 3.5. No, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but I'm just saying
like
that Master Chief helmet.
What I'm saying is, if they tease to Halo 6, I get it. Is what I'm saying. That's the point.
But it has to say Halo 6.
Well, it has to be an obvious Halo 6 reveal. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Jay Silver, what's your Xbox unpredictable bet?
I'm going with HoloLens. I want to see HoloLens pop up again.
Oh my God! All right, Illmatic, do you agree or disagree?
Yeah, I disagree.
Wait, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, well.
Now we changing bets, huh?
Okay, never mind. I thought of an idea, but I'll let you pick your idea, and I'll tell you what my alternate thought is.
It's in the books, bitch.
Right, yeah, whatever. HoloLens, go.
Okay, I'm gonna say an easy. I'll take the easy 5 points and say no also. So let's go with that. And Illmatic, what is your unpredictable bet for Xbox?
That there's going to be an IP for the Scorpio.
New IP for only Scorpio.
Only Scorpio.
Right. New
That's a reach,
IP,
but that I'm definitely
only
unexpected.
Scorpio. Ooh, that is very specific. Ballsy. Jay Silver.
I'm gonna
agree
say
or
no
disagree?
because Phil Spencer announced that that's not gonna happen. At least not now. So
I don't believe none of them niggas.
they gonna.
I say no. I say no. Also, it's very specific. So if it's like a game, if it's a new IP that's on Scorpio, but it is also on Xbox One and Xbox One S, it doesn't count. So I'm going to say no. I think you.
Okay.
I think you put yourself too much in
Nah.
a corner there
All
with
right,
it. All right.
so here's my alternate idea, right? Since we're moving on, right?
All right.
Since Microsoft owns Minecraft, I was thinking like a Minecraft 2 exclusive. That's what I was thinking, like a Minecraft 2, just Xbox only
Okay.
because they own that.
Well, don't worry.
That'll be that's a good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's
we
what I
can
was thinking
scratch his
about
other idea
Don't
for
worry.
that
That's
one.
what-
I like that idea.
I would just like to point out there is also the last round, which is crazy bet. So you can still do that too.
All right, don't take my
So,
ideas.
all right.
That's mine. None of y'all can touch it.
Yeah, nah, that's on
All
you.
right, fine.
Yeah.
All right, so PlayStation now. I'll start it off again. I will say Shenmue 1 and 2 will be there. I gotta believe, man. Let's believe. Shenmue 1 and 2 remastered. You know what? I'm gonna make it even more. I'm gonna make it even more interesting. Not only will they announce it, like they'll announce Shenmue 1 and 2 remastered, but they will say it will be. No, not gameplay. They will say it is available right now. You can download.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Right now. It will be available that day.
I'm not gonna pull them all versus Capcom 3. All right, that's what happened.
Yo, wow, that's a whoo.
They did it. They've done it plenty of times now. They've done that at recent PlayStation conferences. We're like, you know what?
Not with a game like that. Not with a game like that.
All right, so Shenmue 1 and 2 remastered will show up, and they will stealth drop it and be like, hey, it's coming out today.
Fuck no.
Okay, so Jay Silver, what you got? Say yes or no.
Yeah, exactly. Hell no.
Okay. All right, and Illmatic obviously says no. All right, Jay Silver, what you got? What's your unpredictable bet for PlayStation?
All right, go to Illmatic for now. Give me some more thought. Just.
Oh, geez.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Oh, you already lost that one. All right, that's an auto no. Giving up points there.
Yeah, these guys are just giving away free points.
Yeah, you're giving away free points. You're giving away free points.
But we're in Vegas right now.
I think I got one.
All right.
Red Dead Redemption 2 at the Sony conference.
All right. Okay.
At the Sony conference.
Yeah, at the PlayStation conference. That's specific.
Okay.
All right. So Silver says Red Dead Redemption 2 only at PS Con.
Oh, I didn't technically say only. I'm just.
Fuck that. It's only at the PlayStation conference.
Only at the PS conference or at all at E3 conferences?
Oh, if we're possible at one, then fuck it. Say all of them. Whatever.
Okay. Red Dead Redemption 2 will be there in some way, shape, or form.
Yes. Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm predicting Red Dead Redemption.
This doesn't make sense because we're doing PlayStation.
All right, so then
Thank you. I was just gonna say that.
Yes. All right. Sorry, man. I tried. All right.
Unfair.
Illmatic, yes or no?
It's kind of a hard one to think about, right?
It is. That's
pretty
just a scary bet to go on. Yeah. You know what? I'll say yes.
Wow. You guys believe. I'm gonna say no.
You sound like a hater, man. You just said fuck it, like no.
Word, right?
Rockstar normally isn't at E3. I mean, they could obviously change that. They could do whatever they want.
These are just Hail Mary bets, right?
Word.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, I'm not saying it's not possible. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
You are when you say no.
So, no, I'm betting for points here. This is straight business. All right. I don't bet with my.
Okay.
I'm trying not to bet with my heart. I already did that with Shenmue 1 and 2. So all right, Nintendo. Here we go. Nintendo for me. What am I betting here? I bet. I actually don't even know what they could possibly do, honestly. All right, you could skip me. Illmatic, what you got?
I bet that they're gonna make a Luigi standalone game
For Switch?
for Switch. Yeah, like Luigi's Mansion 2 or something.
All right, so new Luigi solo game. I'll do that. Solo game for Switch. That's actually not a bad bet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say
safe.
no. I'm gonna say no because Super Mario Odyssey is coming out this year.
Right. That's what I was gonna say. That it's coming out.
But
Yeah, it's legit.
it's not unlikely. I don't. Luigi can't overshadow Mario. So, Jay Silver, what you saying no? Also,
I don't think so because Mario Odyssey is slated for this holiday. So
yeah.
Yeah, but but doesn't mean that it can't come out next year.
That's true. No, he has a point. He has a point. You already said no.
Yeah, I said no because I think they're gonna focus more on Odyssey. That's why I don't see them like putting Luigi out there.
No, that's fair. Like this was actually a tough one.
Right.
I can see him getting. Yeah. I can actually see him getting points for this round. Jay Silver, you got one, or you want me to go? Or I don't even have one, honestly.
So to me, normally what I notice with Nintendo when they release a new console, Mario Party is usually like one of the first of line, first year type of games. Like usually when the Wii came out, Mario Party came out kind of early in the Wii.
That's such a good one.
I'm gonna go with Mario Party. That somehow, some shape or form, Mario Party will be a Nintendo.
I like that.
Whoa, that one's hard to argue, man. That one's pretty hard.
Yeah. And then the Switch is marketed for party play.
It's the perfect game for party. It's probably better than 1-2 Switch.
It is.
Right?
That's a definite yes for me. Hell yeah, definitely yes for me.
Okay. Let's see. Will Mario Party be in that direct?
So I feel like it's a good chance.
I think so. That's a definitely good chance.
I'm gonna say no.
You're just being a hater.
It's not time yet. No, I don't think it's time yet.
No.
Switch just came out. Mario Party
Definitely
usually doesn't come out the first year, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't they usually
Yes, it does.
Yeah, Mario Party usually does come on the first year.
Yeah, the hell it does.
For the Wii U and the Mario Kart, whatever party that was. When
the
that
first year it came out.
I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. I'd say next year or something like that, but not this
The
year.
Wii U came out in 08, I believe, right?
2012.
No, the Wii.
2012,
The Wii came out. The Wii came out in 08.
2006.
No, it didn't. The
2006.
Wii came out.
Wow.
They came out the same year as PlayStation. You were way off, sir. Anyways,
oh, wow, that's right.
I say no to Mario Party. Illmatic says yes. G Silver is the one I need to bet. All right, so me now. It's on me. I still haven't thought of one, so I'm going to say Metroid will show itself in some form. There you go. Metroid will be there in some way, shape, or form for the Switch.
As its own game?
Yes.
Okay.
Metroid for Switch. Don't know what kind of game it's going to be, but it's got to be there at this point. They got to show. It's been too long.
All right, so for you,
Jason, what do you think?
I just want to say Mario Party Wii came out 2007, May 29.
Okay.
Mario Party 8. I'm sorry, that was the first one for the Wii. And Metroid, no, I don't agree with that.
No, so Metroid will not be there. And Illmatic, what do you think?
Nah, I don't think Metro will be there either.
All right. Sad day for Metroid. All right, so I think we all made our bets. Now the crazy bets. This is interesting. This one has to be super Hail Mary.
I already got my bet.
Super
All
Hail
right.
Mary.
So I actually don't really have mine. So, Jay Over, you are still sticking to Minecraft 2. That's a super crazy bet.
I got two. I got two in mind, actually. Minecraft 2,
Okay.
either or Half-Life 3. Those are super Hail Marys. I don't know which way I want to
Oh, shit. Okay. Well, you debate on that. Illmatic, you said you have one. So what you got?
Yeah. That they're going to bring out a 7 and/or Kingdom Hearts 3 release date.
Woo!
Oh, that's an easy loss. Definitely going down with that one.
So in these crazy bets, we cannot. Do you want to do the agree or disagree? Or do you want to just make it a solo thing? Like they just the only
this
point?
is solo. Yeah.
All right, cool. So we can't. I won't agree, disagree. I'll just not for points. I'll just say I hope that happens. I really hope. That happens.
I personally
All right. All right. So my crazy bet. What would be my crazy bet? What do I want to happen? I feel like it's possible. I'm gonna say. This is tough. This one's tough.
I feel you.
I'm gonna say. Jason, we got one while I think.
Go with Metal Gear Survive.
No. I'm gonna say. Damn.
Word.
All right, I'm gonna go with.
Should have saved the Shenmue bet for this. Should have saved the Shenmue bet for this.
All right, Shenmue 3 will be there. There you go. That is crazy unlikely. Shenmue 3 will be there in some way, shape, or form. That's my bet.
That's legit.
Gotta believe, man.
I can see that.
That could happen. I can see it.
I don't see it. It's not gonna happen. The I feel like the master is more likely than. But go ahead. All right, Jay Silver, what's your crazy bet?
I'm sticking with the Minecraft because I think Microsoft needs a win, and Minecraft being exclusive to them is definitely a huge win. I personally feel Minecraft have system selling powers.
That's not exclusive.
No, they own it. They can make it exclusive to them. Not the original Minecraft. I'm talking about Minecraft 2.
They could, but they haven't. They have released it on other platforms while under their watch.
Not Minecraft 2. It don't exist yet.
I know, but I'm saying Minecraft 1.
Right, I'm not talking about the original Minecraft. I know the Minecraft is all over the place. I know that. I'm just saying Minecraft 2 will be...
No, what I'm saying is when they did own it, they chose to release it on Wii U, and then they chose it again to release it on Switch.
Right, that's the original. That's the original. Okay. I'm just talking in the case of just Minecraft 2. If that gets released, it'll be Xbox exclusive, right? And that's obviously a big release game. And I personally believe that Minecraft has system selling powers because I don't see I don't see the power. Like personally, I don't see the like in the game. But apparently, sales dictate that people love this fucking game. Well, probably little kids.
Bro, it's everywhere. Right. It hasn't stopped.
And it keeps selling. Like it's on a software charge, typically on a weekly basis. I think if they make a Minecraft 2 and make it exclusive, it could help the Microsoft camp a lot.
Hell yeah.
It could, but I see a lot of fads and they come and go. Angry Birds.
That haven't gone away. Like this shit is still around. I'm surprised it's still selling.
This is years.
Right.
This game has been remastered. It's years.
I don't even know why it's still selling, honestly.
Okay, that's possible.
Kids eat it. You know why? Because kids, they eat it up. My stepson, he's all over this shit now. You know?
All right, so we come to the end of the podcast. It was really long. We'll definitely do this again. Make it probably a little shorter, more focused. Sales seems like something you guys care about. So we'll think about that. If you listen to this end of the podcast, I thank you. That's a lot of patience.
Word.
Before I go, obviously I would like for you to subscribe if you want to What's Up with Gaming. If you want more content like this, probably should. You get like sirens and stuff in the background too. It's great.
Brooklyn, I can't help it.
Illmatic, I know you have something in Horizon, so whenever you're ready, you're free to plug it over here. And Jay Silver, you can follow him and you can subscribe to his channel. What's your channel again, Jay Silver?
YouTube.com/JaySilver. All one
That's
word.
pretty simple. All right, guys, this is me signing off. See you at the next time.
Shift command.